Well, we got it. We got RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., back in the Marvel seat. That's right. We got him back, but we got him as Dr. Doom? What the hell is going on? What is Marvel thinking? Casting Robert Downey Jr., a legacy character like Iron Man, as Dr. Doom. I just don't get what they're thinking. But if I had to guess, I have two theories, and we're going to be going over that right now. But first, you need to check this out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share it using the button down below. Teespring and exclusive content at Patreon's there for you. It's morphin' time. But first, you need to check this out because this is the video that is making headlines and making nerds' brains just implode. Actually, implode would be like that. Shake.
As proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
New mask. Same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
We will see you in 2 years with Doomsday.
Now, you might be thinking, at least RDJ is back in the MCU, right? I mean, he's a great actor. Everybody loves him. He's got a great personality. He can outact probably 75 to 80% of the modern actors of our age. And he just looks good. He looks the part. If you look at what Victor Von Doom looks like without his scarring, I would put him in as Victor Von Doom if he wasn't already iconically known as Tony Stark. And because of that, I'm going to start off with the first way that they might be going about this transition. In the comic books, we might not know, but there was a point where Iron Man was Victor Von Doom. Victor Von Doom, well, this was after Tony Stark had passed away, and the essence of Iron Man was left in Jarvis, or the system that Tony Stark had made for, doing all of the grunt work that Jarvis is known to do. And then Karen was the evolved version, I believe, of that in the comic books. Gonna have to kind of give me a little bit of a break because it's been a long time since I've read any of those comics or studied any of it, but I do know the basics. And so what ended up happening is Dr. Victor Von Doom, he basically, this whole thing about why he became evil was because his mother was trapped in hell. And his whole thing was about gaining as much power as he could to get her out of hell. And there was a lot of demonic essences and things like that. Victor Von Doom studied magic. That's why he's such a powerful character, is because he mixes technology with magic. He actually is one of the most viable villains in the entire Marvel universe. Next to mutants, next to like X-Men and the Brotherhood of Evil, just mutants in general. The X gene is, it surpasses every Avenger power you could ever imagine. Hulk, I mean, all these characters, they don't stand a chance against the higher up mutants. And I would say that is proven by the fact that in Secret Wars, they use the Molecule Man Owen Reese to create new worlds, basically. So, anyway, in the grand scheme of things, they ended up using Doctor Doom as a way to reinvent Doctor Doom in a way by using him to grow and become the infamous Iron Man. And he looked amazing. He was a very formidable hero. He was, I don't know if you'd call him an anti-hero or if he was just a straight hero at that point. But what ended up happening is he became this version of Iron Man. And that's what could happen in the MCU. They could use the idea that RDJ isn't actually seen. He could just be behind the mask, and the essence of Tony Stark is in Doctor Doom. So it could be kind of this could be a trick, is what I'm saying. They could be saying that Tony Stark is actually inside Victor Von Doom, his essence is, but that's another story. Because this second way that they could be going about this is in a what if story called Demon in the Armor, which is kind of a nod to Demon in the Bottle storyline, where Tony Stark had an issue with alcoholism, and it was like a big deal because it was the first superhero to actually show a weakness to common, ailments that we all might be suffering through. And in the Armor storyline, it's a what if sideline story, which is actually what's happening in the MCU right now. They've been teasing what if stories, they've been teasing Secret Wars, they've been teasing all the incursions, all this stuff. And the what if story could be as along with the Fantastic Four as well. But the what if story could be a version where Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom, is roommates with Tony Stark, and in college, basically, they are roommates, and Victor Von Doom is jealous of Tony Stark because he's the rich boy that had all his scholarships, and he was smart, but Victor Von Doom was jealous that he kind of got a free ride and he could party through college while Victor Von Doom, his grants were expiring. He was about to get kicked out of college. So what he ended up doing was he was building a machine, and he ended up getting Tony Stark to help him build this machine. And he told him it was going to grant telekinetic powers to whoever sits in this chair, and they were going to sell it to the government and make a lot of money, and it was going to keep him in college. And Tony wanted to help, so he was kind of going along with it because he wanted to help Victor. So what ended up happening was, as soon as it was finished, Victor wanted Tony to be the guinea pig to test it out. So he sat in the chair, and as soon as he sat down and got locked in, these straps, these clamps went around his arms and secured him so he couldn't move. And then Victor let him know what the true plan actually was, and it was to switch bodies. He wanted to be Tony Stark so that he could have the rich lifestyle. And that might be what they're doing in the MCU. They might be doing something where in the Fantastic Four in the early years, they did something like this where Tony Stark has actually been Victor Von Doom this whole time. I hope that's not exactly what they're doing. I really do. And I don't think that they'll go that route, but I know that Marvel likes to switch things up and use a storyline, but actually completely flip it on its head and make a different character be the focal point and do all sorts of stuff that just doesn't go go along with each other. And that's why this whole thing was a what if comic. What if comics, if you don't know, are stories that are outside of the main canon of the Marvel comic books, the 616 universe. Basically, they have thousands and thousands of different universes that they can use, but the what if world, we'll just call it a different reality, is being used right now by the Time Bureau and Loki and all that stuff. So what they might be doing is doing this mind switch type of thing and using that to have Robert Downey Jr.'s body to actually be Victor Von Doom's mind inside his body. So we're not actually looking at Tony Stark. We're looking at a Tony Stark with the mind of Victor Von Doom inside. So that's the way that I think that it could be going down. I think that the first one is a likely candidate as well, because that leads into the Secret Wars, where Doctor Doom is literally the god of battle worlds. It's a recreated world because these incursions are happening where realities are being pulled together and being destroyed. They're acting as magnets and being pulled together, and then they collide and then they implode and they completely disappear from existence. And I think that's might be what they're leading to, especially since they are making a Secret Wars movie film. And I think they're going to end up bringing all the characters back. And now that Doctor Doom is in it, they are definitely going to have him be the God King Doctor Doom, which is what he was called in the comics. They'll have to probably not, they're probably not going to use the Molecule Man Owen Reese. They're probably going to use Franklin Richards, which is a character that is on par with the Molecule Man Owen Reese. He's probably the most powerful character, one of the most powerful characters. He's definitely top 3, top 5 most powerful characters in all of the Marvel universe. He controlled Galactus. He had the ability to take control of the Planet Eater Galactus. He can change world. He's basically the Infinity Gauntlet without the Infinity Stones and the Infinity Gauntlet. He can do whatever he wants. He can shape and mold reality, time, space, souls. He can do whatever he wants. He is literally a living Deus Ex Machina. He can do everything. And he is the child of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. So he's probably going to be, it's probably going to be a scenario where Victor Von Doom tries to manipulate Franklin Richards to be his mentor and take him away from Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Because in the comics, Dr. Doom, the God King Doom, can actually just completely make your memories disappear. You don't know where you came from, who you are, what's going on, or anything. And that's what he ended up doing. And I think that might be a questionable plot device that they might be doing in the Secret Wars movie that is to come. So those are my two theories. I hope you got something from this. I know that I am kind of on the fence. Well, I'm very on the fence about Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. Really wish they would have given it to a different character. You know, I think that honestly, Pedro Pascal would have been a better Doctor Doom than he actually would be a Reed Richards. They should bring somebody else in for Reed Richards. They should bring in I can't think of his name, but the guy that played him in Multiverse of Madness. They should bring him in and just have him play it again. I think he looks fantastic. There's no reason not to use him. I mean, they 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 just had him for one cameo, and that's it. I think Black Bolt looked great. I think if they ever do an Inhumans movie, they should use him. Um, I really thought that that was a good cast for the Illuminati or whatever they were called in that movie. So if you like this content, if you like this theory, let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely leave me a like and share this video out to as many people as possible using the share button down below, because that's the way it helps me the most. And there's always Teespring. I got some merch over there, and I got exclusive content over at Patreon, obviously. That's all for you. If you're ready for it, by all means, it would help the channel a lot. So thank you so much for being here. May the power protect you, and we'll see you next time. It's morphin' time.